Hello everybody, and welcome to another Kobalt Steel Reviews. In the previous episode, we took a look at the world of Strawberry Shortcake, which was okay. But today, we are going to be looking at Strawberry Shortcake in Big Apple City. So, let the review commence. Strawberry Shortcake and Peculiar Purple Pieman are both selected as contestants for a big TV bake-off located in Big Apple City, aka New York City.
Lucky Berry Bird, your master is going to a bake-off in Big Apple City.
Strawberry and Pieman head off to Big Apple City, but Pieman trapped Strawberry in a net. Apparently, he returned to his evil ways because...
But my evil conscience wouldn't let me remain a good guy.
Despite this setback, Strawberry arrives, but Pieman, disguised as a hotel receptionist, turns her away by saying that she does not have a reservation, when in reality, she does. Yet that's particularly nasty of him.
Well, there's no reservations, at least for a week.
Strawberry goes to a park known as Sentimental Park and meets up with a quirky artist named Orange Blossom. The two become friends by singing a song.
What's to do? Let's be friends.
Orange Blossom invites Strawberry over to Spinach Village, where they rely on the help of a new mole character, Tamale, to get around one of Pieman's foils, where he rigs a streetlight to be on red forever. This dude is just weird. They arrive at Spinach Village, where they meet up with Lemon Meringue, Tea and Honey, and Apricot, new characters in the series. Strawberry invites all of them, as well as Tamale and their Horseradish, to join the bake-off as audience members. One song later, Pieman and the Strawberry Friends both arrive at the bake-off, which is being led by Coco Nutwork, the one-man network. During the show, Pieman tries to foil Strawberry by sabotaging her oven and her ingredients. But thankfully, the friends are there to save her by fixing the oven and replacing the ingredients. Seeing this as bad, Pieman tries to hypnotize Coco into picking him as the winner, but this ultimately fails when it's revealed that the cookies were terrible tasting, although this was foreshadowed in the intro. Strawberry ultimately wins, but she turns down the offer to have her own series in favor of returning home to her friends. Her friends in Big Apple City come home with her, as well as seemingly Coco, although he doesn't seem to appear in the credits. But Pieman remains in Big Apple to run the network as punishment.
That's a fate worse than berry talk.
So that was the story of Strawberry Shortcake in Big Apple City. The conflict in this special, while less fantastical than the first special's I Want Those Berries, was superior in that it's more reasonable and realistic as to why Pieman would do his actions. He wants to get rid of his rival. Unfortunately, this special retains the first special's pacing problems, with things happening too fast or too slow in certain areas. In fact, the pacing is worse in this special, but the upside is that there is more good content found in this special, unlike the first one, which actually has quite a bit of filler in it. Not that there wasn't any filler in this special, because the songs are pretty much filler if you think about it, but it's just slightly less than the first special. Overall, while the story has been improved from the first special, it wasn't by that much. The special focuses heavily on a new cast of characters, with Strawberry and Pieman being the only returning characters. Sure, the other characters from the first special appear, but they're kind of just crowd filler and they only appear in the first scene and an imagination sequence near the end of the special. Strawberry is mostly the same as she was before, but we get to see how social she is to other people who aren't her friends. A little good character development. Pieman sadly has lost character development from the first special, which I just find irritating. I guess it was just too much to make a new card or toy villain. Anyway, he's less of a villain in this special and more of a rival. A stupid rival if you ask me, but it makes sense why he would do what he does. Again, he wants his rival to go away to get the prize. As for the new characters, we have Orange Blossom, Lemon Meringue, Tea and Honey, Apricot, Tamale, and Horseradish. A problem I had with the first special was how one-note the characters were, with characters like Plum Pudding being the smart character or Raspberry Tart being the mean girl. It's pretty much the same here, with Lemon being the glamorous girl, while Tea and Honey is the other smart kid. Horseradish, the horse, doesn't seem to have any character aside from being transport, while Tamale the mole is pretty much a helpful dude who is slightly clumsy with words, and is also Mexican. Apricot also has a weird quirk of saying large words, which I bet came from Tea and Honey, but that's all her character has. The writers tried to give Orange Blossom more character by making her an artist who paints environments she's been to last week, as well as want to be famous, but it seems like they ended up forgetting about those traits in the special, as it's never mentioned again, even in subsequent specials, at least as far as I'm concerned. There's also Coco Network, who's portrayed as some eccentric TV show host who runs an entire studio by himself. He's a comedic character and his antics are somewhat funny, and he is a side character, so it's not too much of a problem that he isn't highly characterized, but it would be preferable if he was more characterized. Overall, while Strawberry saw some improvement in character, the fact that other characters were losing traits as soon as they were developed, as well as Pie Man losing his character development, makes the character section somewhat degraded from the first special. A different animation studio handled the animation for this special, and unfortunately it's very noticeable as everything looks somewhat different from the first special. Although the first special's animation was not bad, it was a little rushed and sloppy, but this one looks even more rushed and sloppy. Although not bad looking, there tends to be a lot of perspective errors happening, with some areas looking very distorted and warped. I'm guessing the animators wanted to do a more imposing look to the city, but it just ended up looking weird. I admire the ambitions, but it's just not well done here. I was also noticing that the backgrounds, and especially the characters, were a lot more sketchy looking, as if they were animated with a pencil. This is more noticeable in the intro, which gives the cartoon some of a colorized newspaper look. Speaking of character animation, it seemed to have degraded slightly, with movements looking slightly more stilted. Although not too noticeable, there are some areas like the intro where you can see frames of animation. As for the music, it's still okay and pretty good, with Strawberry and Orange's song being probably my favorite of the special. As for the voice acting, it's still okay and good sounding and cute, but Strawberry's voice when she's crying and talking sounds a little unusual. Overall, the animation did downgrade considerably, but the music and voice acting remain somewhat the same from before. Big Apple City is the second of 6 Strawberry Shortcake 1980s TV specials broadcasted on April 10th, 1981. The special would introduce Orange Blossom, Lemon Meringue, Apricot, Tea and Honey into the Strawberry Shortcake cast and toy line. However, Tea and Honey will be quickly dropped for unknown reasons, but obviously not before getting a little bit of merchandise made for her. This special was also the last appearance of Plum Pudding until his return in the 5th special in 1984, redesigned as a girl due to the difficulty of selling boy toys to girls. Unlike the 1st and 3rd specials, which were animated by Toei Animation and Murakami Wolf Swenson, whom I forgot to credit for in the 1st special, this special was done by a company known as Perpetual Motion Pictures, which is why there's a noticeable switch in animation style. Overall, Big Apple City gets a total score of 6 out of 10. Although the storytelling has improved and the music is still good, the characters are not as good as they should have been, and the animation is just very poor. Well, that is all for today. Next time, I will be reviewing the 3rd special in the 1980s Strawberry Shortcake series, Pets on Parade. Until then, see you all later.